Hello, thank you for purchasing the Hazy Dream action set. I wanted to show you what each action does so you guys have a little bit better understanding on how I created these action sets. I am going to show you these in a couple different images. The first one's going to be an outside image. Let me go ahead and we'll start with the beginning of the set. Now within this set I have light enhancers, hazes, and finishing steps. I typically tend to start with light enhancers on all of my images, especially the outdoor images. This image was gently edited ahead of time. You can either start these actions on edited images or unedited images. It just depends. The inside ones I'm going to show you some on some unedited. This one the white balance was tweaked a little bit and I warmed her up and sharpened, and that's about it. I did shoot this with my 85mm 1.4 lens at 1.4 aperture, and that's why there's so much background blur right here. So the first thing I'm going to show you is light base 1. All of these are meant to just bring out your subject. I'm going to pull the opacity of that one down. There's the first one, light base 1. And that looks great just as it is. There are some things in here, pop, bright, light, and color enhancer. And you can tweak all of these to your liking. I'm going to go ahead and show you light base 2. This is the one that I use most frequently. It's a little bit less contrasty, a little bit less warm. So if your image is already warmed up, this is a better one for you to use. Light base 2. Go ahead and delete that. Light infusion is meant to infuse light into your images wherever you like it. For instance, right here, I don't want all this light on her face. It's just too much. So I'm going to go ahead and mask some of this off, and I'm just going to leave the light surrounding her body right there, because that's where I just want the light to maintain. There's the before, and there's the after. Okay, I'm going to show you the next ones. Here are the hazes. We have simple hazes. All of these hazes are meant for running on any type of image. Here's peach. What you're going to do is turn the opacity down, and you can kind of erase that off of her face just a little bit. In order to fix it, to make these hazes a little bit less poppy, there's warm, there's sunny, and there's white. I created this white one to be a little bit more of a drastic white haze. The perfect haze is another whitish type of haze, but for this haze I like it just because it keeps some contrast within the shadows of her face. So I'm going to go ahead and mask this off as well just a little bit. Right here, so there's the before and there's the after. Just a perfect white haze while still maintaining the integrity of those shadows. Those are simple hazes. Perfect haze, here's this one. I'm just going to pull the opacity of this one down, and that one's really pretty. Starlight is meant to be used at the top of an image. It's kind of like light shining down right here. Beautiful. And what I would do for this one is I would run Starlight, and then you know what, I think I want to warm it up a little bit. So I'm going to come down here to warm the haze, which is in the finishing steps. I'm going to warm that up a little bit. Now I still can't see her eyes very much, so what I want to do is I'm going to run Cut the Haze. When you run Cut the Haze or when you run Sharpen, you need to make sure that your background layer is clicked. Otherwise it won't run properly because it's a sharpening action. So I'm going to cut the haze. What this is going to do, it's going to bring her eyes back out. So there's the before and there's the after. Okay, and that's how you run Starlight. Actually, you can run Cut the Haze with with all hazes. That's for all the hazes. Warm sunny day. Here's a warm sunny day. Just kind of a pinker hue. Now within here I've got the haze layer and I've got the warm sun layer. If it's too pink for you, you can just take this warm sun layer and turn it down a little bit. Depends on your image. Here's summer day. Summer day, there's, you can turn that one off, and Cut the Haze is still on there, so it pops it. So what I'm going to do is kind of mask summer day a little bit off of her face. I'm going to leave all the sun and this beautiful light enhancer around her hair and around the outside. So there's the before, and there's the after. I'm going to run Gentle Sunset. This just kind of pinks everything up a little bit. I like to run Gentle Sunset after I've run any of these other hazes. Here's Spring Blossom. Now Spring Blossom is one that you can tweak a little bit. What I like to do is I like to either leave this as a pass-through, or you can turn it to normal, like this, and it makes it a little bit pinkier. See how that happened? So I can put it back to pass-through and it's a little bit peachier. Another option is Spring and Blossom. They're the top and the bottom layers right here. You can turn these into normal, so you can have a little bit pinkier at the top and a little bit lighter at the bottom. Depends on how the look that you want. And then you can kind of mask this off a little bit as well. Okay, that's really pretty. I really like that one. Here's Perfect Snow. This is meant to be used on outdoor images with snow. It's going to look really drastic on this photo. You're going to pull the opacity down, and then you're going to mask it off your image just gently. And then what I like to do with this is I like to run Paint Back Color. And I'm going to actually paint and turn the opacity down on this one. And then I'm going to take it off of her skin just a little bit. So just bring some color back to her skin. or to her body in general. There's paint by color with perfect snow. Okay, let's go back up to warm glow, left and right. This is my favorite action in the set. I have a left and a right option. So pretend the sun was coming from that left side. You would just leave this on as a left, and then you would take this and you'd mask it off a little bit so the sun's hitting in a natural location of your image. Okay, so there's the before, and there's the after. You can also use the right side as well, and to make it kind of infused with warm light. Okay, so there's the before, and there's the after. That's warm glow. Remember, after all of these, you can run sharpen, you can run paint back color, deepen color, darkens the color a little bit. You can cut your haze, or you can warm your haze. You can use those at any time during your edit. Here's peach essence. This is one that's beautiful to use on inside, especially. Again, this one can be changed to normal if you'd like it to be pinkier. I'm going to make it pinkier for this one. I'm going to mask this off a little bit right here. Pull the opacity down so it's not so drastic. That's peach essence. Here's pink spring. There's a left and a right side. I'm going to go ahead and turn off this right side. And I'm going to mask a little bit off right here. This is a little bit softer version of that left and right version of warm glow that we did earlier. And you can do either side or you can do both. Gentle hazy matte. This works beautiful on every image, indoor and out. All I would do is pull the opacity down of this one. I would probably sharpen it and be done. There's the before and there's the after. Here's the hazy pop matte. This one's going to be a little bit poppier of a matte finish. Remember, you can go into all of these layers in here and turn it down. I think the matte layer is a little bit too much for these shadows right here, so I'm going to mask it off of her at about 30% opacity. And then I'm going to take the entire action and pull the opacity down just a little bit. So there's the before, and there's the after. Okay, here's colorful and neutral hazy edges. This is my favorite action to use inside especially. There's the natural edging you can use. There's light pink, moody pink, and what I do when I use moody pink is I only put it on selective areas in my photo. The main hazy dream image you'll see with that little girl reaching up for the sun, I left some moody pink here. I left some of the warm sun up here. I ran a whole bunch of them. You can see this. And then I masked off certain areas at certain points. Okay, and that's how you use these sets. And the gentle sun, you can even do that one too if you wanted to. Of course, you're going to mask all this down. I might pull the opacity down of everything at one time. Okay? That's how you get multiple colors, just using that colorful and neutral hazy edge. And that's it. Okay, let's go ahead and go to this one. This one is taken by my dear friend Lori Baker from Elle Photography. I wanted to show you how to use it on an indoor image. This is straight out of camera right here. I'm going to go ahead and run, let's do simple hazes. And I'm going to run peach. This looks perfect. I'm going to pull down the opacity. I'm going to mask it off with the foot because I want to keep some detail at about 20% opacity. I'm going to run cut the haze. Remember to click on your background layer. It's going to bring that foot back a little bit because I want to maintain some of that detail. The thing with haze is that everybody needs to be careful with is not completely getting rid of all the detail. And I think that's where people run into problems, and that's why I created this cut the haze action. So there is the before. And there's the after. All I ran was simple hazes. Another option you can do on this one is you could probably do gentle hazy matte bright. This will matte and pop it a little bit. I don't like all that matte on that shadow right there, so I'm going to kind of mask some of that off, maybe at about 40%. And that's all you need to do for that one. This one as well, this is a beautiful image just as it is. But if you wanted to, play with it a little bit, you can run gentle hazy matte on this one as well. This one is also by Lori Baker, who's wonderful. She's Elle Baker Photography, E-L-L-E, Baker Photography. She's just outside of Chicago. And then I'd want to cut the haze on this one because I don't want to lose the integrity of the baby's eyes right there. Let's pop that baby back out. That's much better. Okay, so there's the before, and there's the after. This one you could also run peach essence on this one if you wanted to. I'm going to run this one, peach essence. I'm going to pull the opacity of that way down. Just about like that. It just makes it really pretty and light and ethereal. Alright guys, thank you so much again for purchasing this set. If you do have any images that you think are beautiful, feel free to post them on your page and share them on mine. Make sure you tag me because I will share images that I think show off this set really well, or any images that I think are just beautiful, which is always good for you guys because I will tag your photography pages. I hope you guys have a lot of fun. Of course, email me with any questions, but the set is super easy to use. Just remember, cut the haze and sharpen. Make sure you're always clicked on that background layer before you hit play. All right, thanks.